the Skit Guys Podcast, starring Tommy Woodard and Eddie James. And now, the guys who Donald Trump said he never heard of, the Skit Guys.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Skit Guys Podcast. I'm Eddie.
Sorry.
Oh, no, you go. No, you go.
I wasn't thinking.
Oh, boy.
I'd never know.
We're not ever together when we do these podcasts.
That's true.
We're at a cabin right now
We
in
are
the woods.
Actually looking at each other.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, it's odd.
So we may interrupt each other a whole lot.
Didn't mean to, but go ahead. Let's fix that.
Well, I'm Eddie James.
I'm Tom. I'm sorry.
I'm Eddie
Okay.
James.
No, I was saying go on three. On 1, 2, 3.
I'm
go.
Eddie
Okay.
I'm Eddie James.
My turn.
Yeah, your turn.
And I'm Tommy Woodard.
There you go.
And we're Skit.
No, it's okay. We
tough.
can say that together. And we're the Skit Guys. There you go. That's good. That's good.
Okay, cool.
We're here in Colorado at a cabin in the woods.
Yeah.
With our staff.
Yes. We just had like a retreat, a Skit Guys retreat.
It's been great, but it's a little scary.
It's a little creepy being in a cabin in the woods.
Cabin in the woods is scary.
It is.
Because there's like lots of trees
Yeah.
and there's noises.
Yeah.
And they're not your noises.
No,
you know?
well, some of them are.
Well, yeah, that's a given, but it's kind of scary.
Yeah.
But that's what we're going to be talking about on this podcast is, Halloween's coming up and what scares you? What's frightening for you?
And occasionally you may hear our producer here say how much time is left.
Oh, Knox McCoy is such a stickler.
McCoy. He is. So if you hear his voice, just ignore that.
Right.
Because we do.
Well, hey, Knox, what's your podcast? What's your podcast name of your podcast? The Popcast. You can check out our lead writer's podcast.
Yes.
It's called The Popcast.
Got it.
So we've noticed too, listeners, what do you call that? It's not viewership, listenership. Listenership has gone up since the new 2.0 of our podcast.
More people listening. That's nice.
So that's very nice.
Makes us feel good.
So if you're new to our podcast, welcome.
Yeah.
And for our audience listeners, we hope you're giving you more stuff regularly.
Yeah. I'm going to take a picture of Eddie right now and put it on Facebook so you can see what Eddie looks like when he's podcasting.
Okay. You want me to take a picture of you?
Okay. You take a picture of me now.
Okay. And we'll put this up on the Halloween podcast. Okay. Hold on.
Did you get it?
I don't know. Hold on. Why won't it take?
It's iPhone. You have to push a button.
Hold on.
Are you texting?
No.
What are you doing?
I'm trying to hit the button. It's not going.
Oh, come on.
Adam.
What?
Adam, can you hit the button here?
What are you doing?
I'm trying to hit the button. Seriously.
Oh, no. Come on.
I'm being serious. He did it.
Happened?
Yes.
Grandma, did that fix it?
My electronic prowess.
Grandma, did that fix it? I can't. My arm's not long enough to get both of us.
Do a selfie.
Okay.
That'd be a great. Adam, can you do that selfie
Adam will do
right
it.
there? Oh, it looks 1970s with that veneer wood back there.
Nice. Okay,
so we're
anyway.
talking about, scary things. And I will admit, I'm in a bedroom downstairs, and the house is locked up.
Yeah.
And it's a little scary.
I'm in a bedroom in the basement.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
You're in the basement.
I'm the floor below you.
There's nothing that gets scarier than that.
No, and there just goes outside. There's doors in woods.
Oh,
nothing.
no.
Yeah.
You have a door to the woods?
Oh, yeah.
There's nothing more scary than that, buddy.
It's creepy.
Oh.
Yeah. It's totally scary.
Okay, what were you afraid of when you were a kid? Like, let's talk about fear. Like, fear. And the thing about fear, a lot of fear is imagined. It's in our own brains, but we bring things to reality even if they aren't real. So what were some fears for you as a kid?
Okay, so true story. Used to, when I was a real little kid, my bedroom was right across from the front door of our house. Okay, you'd walk into the front door.
Okay.
And like right across, there's a little hallway directly was my bedroom. Okay. And so there would be light shining in from outside, street lights and whatnot. Yeah. My dad would occasionally come and just peer his head around, and I'd say, hey, Daddy, and he'd be like, hey, buddy, blah, blah, new guy, sleep good, or whatever. And so I remember.
Talk like that? Blah, blah, blah.
My dad was Yogi Bear.
Okay.
Yeah. And so sometimes he'd pop his head and be like, hey, boo-boo, and I'd be like, hey, Daddy. Yeah, that's right. So anyway, one night I remember I saw him peeking his head around.
Yeah.
And I was like, hey, Dad. And he just sat there. And I was like, hey, Dad. And he just sat there. I was like, Dad. I started freaking out, and then I ran over there and there was nobody there. And
I got chills.
Scared me.
I got goosebumps.
It was just shadows, right?
Oh, dude.
But as a kid, it's like, what just happened?
Dude, I really thought there was like a stranger standing there. That's what I thought you were going to say. Like some burglar was in your house.
No, that would be awful.
And you went up then he said, go to bed, boy.
I'm robbing your house.
And let me get the valuables, and then I shall tell you a bedtime story, my boy.
It was Santa Claus.
It was?
That's who it was, yeah.
We used to live in these apartments.
Yeah.
Back in the day.
Chowning Street. No?
They were apartments, but some people would probably call them the projects.
Yeah.
We didn't have a lot of money.
Maybe we say low-income housing.
Low-income housing, yeah. So I'm in the bedroom, in the bunk beds, and there was this little alleyway, okay? Yeah. And I swear to you, okay, for you, that was made up.
Right,
okay?
right.
All right. Laying in bed.
Well, I mean, it happened, but there was nobody actually. You made up that it was somebody.
Your fear, yeah.
It was shadows.
Yes.
Yeah.
So laying in bed, bunk bed.
Right.
I had to be 7 years old.
Yeah.
Because mom and dad were still together. And someone is fiddling with the window.
No.
And I'm laying there. I can still remember to this day. I start sweating.
No.
And I can hear them trying to open up the window
into your bedroom.
Yes. To I guess to rob it or whatever. So
what'd you do?
I just laid there. It's one of those things. You know when you're afraid when you want to
can't
talk
even make noise.
And you can't make noise.
I do that all the times in my dreams.
But they left.
Yeah.
But my dad told my dad the next day.
Right.
We went around. The screen was off.
No.
The screen was off, and there was
it.
Yes, and there was like just markings all around where someone was trying to break in.
No.
Like with a screwdriver or something like that. Scary.
That's creepy.
It was very creepy.
That's
As a little boy, that was creepy.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you remember in high school? You probably don't remember this. I don't
remember much.
You went to high school, your grade, with a girl named Charlotte, I think.
Yeah, Charlotte Coiner, if we're saying last names.
Yes, Charlotte.
Yeah. She married Grant.
She married Grant.
Yeah.
Okay. She tells this story still this day.
Yeah.
Freakiest story ever.
Yeah.
Okay. Hashtag freakiest story ever.
Got it.
Okay. It was your prom.
Got it.
It was your senior prom.
1987.
My junior prom.
Southern Nights was the theme.
Yeah. So we're all at a after prom party.
Yeah.
Okay. And since none of us drink and stuff, we're sitting around telling ghost stories.
Sure. Why not?
Why not? So Charlotte starts telling a story.
Right.
She's laying in bed, and her bed was by the window.
Yeah.
Okay. And she had the window open.
Yeah.
Two-story house.
Got it.
Do you remember this story at all?
No.
She's laying there in the bed. All of a sudden, it feels like somebody has just jumped on the bed behind her.
No.
And laid their hand over her.
Stop.
Okay. And she said she just lays there in the bed. She doesn't know what to do. The same thing. She can't talk. She's so scared, but she feels somebody has gone into the bed and basically is laid down right beside her and put their arm over her. She lays there for the longest time, but whoever this is not moving whatsoever. They're not making a sound. They're not making a motion, nothing. So she finally gets the courage to look up. Her curtains with the rod fell down.
That's what was on her?
And it fell just directly behind her, and the curtain went around her body. Is that not freaky?
It was I was going to say it was like a comforting ghost. They would just lay next to you, it's okay, just go to sleep. It's all right. It's all right. Like Casper's brother, Randy, or something.
So those are good fears. As we talk about fear and regret, fear kind of comes with regret at times.
Regrets, I've had a few.
I heard the saying, and it's been in my head. There's two types of pain.
Right.
Discipline and regret.
Burning. What?
No. Two types of pain.
Sorry.
Discipline and regret.
Oh.
Think that through. Discipline is painful.
Painful, yeah.
Yes, but regret is even more painful.
That's really good. I like that.
I told it to my oldest daughter last week, because she wasn't doing her schoolwork, and I said, hey, discipline is painful, but regret, lots of consequences. But even in my own life, you think about regrets. I think I'd rather do the discipline and face that type of pain than the regret and the consequences of.
Yes.
And so many of the times we don't do it because of
fear.
Very
Fear.
good.
Yeah,
that's very
I was
good.
going there.
Did you know if you do the thing you fear, the death of
you'll
fear,
die?
No.
Oh.
The death of fear is certain.
But what if you're afraid of falling off a building?
Well,
and then you jump off of it because that was your fear.
That's just crazy talk.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I don't think that thing
do
bears
the thing
itself
you
out.
fear, and
unless
the death
it's jumping off a building.
Do the thing you fear,
being shot,
and the death of fear is certain.
Fighting
I think
a
they're talking
lion,
about practical things in life that paralyze
you didn't say
in
that. So
fear.
the stating should be: do the practical things in life that you fear, and the death of fear is
Ladies and
certain.
gentlemen of the jury, there is no arguing with this man, Tommy Woodard, because he's going to come up with anything.
I'm just saying.
Do the thing you fear, and the death of fear is certain.
Unless the thing
Oscar
you fear
Wilde
has
said
to do
that.
with death,
right.
and then don't do that.
Well, then why would you do it if it's going to lead to death?
Hey, look what it led to Oscar Wilde. He's dead.
I think he probably did as much as he could. I think he carped the life.
Whatever.
And he didn't live in fear. Yeah. Hey, speaking of fear, there's a guy here at Skid Guy Studios, and I guess we brought him with us to the cabin because we needed, I don't know if you know him or not, but it's Liam Neeson. Not the actor Liam Neeson, but he's our custodian. Liam Neeson has the same name.
Yeah, he spells it differently.
How does he spell it?
He spells it K-N, the K is silent. K-N-E-I-S-E-I-O-N.
That's good.
Neeson.
That's good.
Yeah.
Let's bring him in. Liam Neeson. Hey, Liam.
Hey.
Come on and sit down, Liam.
Hello.
How are you, Liam?
I'm fine.
Want to say thank you for coming.
It's a pleasure.
To the cabin.
Yeah.
I feel bad because you're cleaning up after us. You're not really eating with us.
It's my job.
You're not really doing anything with us. You kind of scared me because you lurk out in the woods all the time.
That's what I do.
Kind of waiting. Well, we're talking about fear and scary things. Yeah. Liam, I have a feeling you know something about that.
Oh, yes. I've gone into a restroom after you left it, Eddie James.
That's scary.
And that's scary.
That's scary.
That's fear. I have a fear of that. Tommy's not so bad.
I don't know about that.
I do.
What?
I'm the janitor.
Being a janitor, you've seen some scary things besides us. What are some things that just really scare you out there?
Junior hires. Those little demons.
Yeah, they're like electric chihuahuas.
They take little bitty Skittles and grind them into the ground and make little rainbows everywhere.
What do you say to them? Do you give them like a 3-point message?
I look at them and I say, listen to me.
Oh.
I have a particular set of skills.
Oh, yes.
It involves a mop, a broom, and your head. They usually run away.
Oh, that's good. So there's fear in their eyes.
Yeah.
Oh, buddy. Oh, can I call you buddy? I mean, I know we don't really talk at all, but can
don't call me that.
What?
No.
Okay, I'm so sorry.
I'm Mr. Neeson.
Okay, Mr. Neeson.
Yes.
Hey, I noticed there's no band of gold on your finger there.
Yeah.
Are you so scary that nobody will be vulnerable with you?
I'm afraid of marriage.
Oh, why are you afraid of marriage?
That's scary.
It can be.
I have a particular set of skills.
That they have nothing to do with
Nothing to do with marriage.
You know, talking to our audience, that's what we call our audience or podience.
I'm familiar.
That we do life with. Do you listen to our podcast?
No.
Okay.
But I'm familiar with everything that happens.
Okay. You're kind of watching over us, aren't you?
No.
Let me ask you a quick question. I'm going to take a little rabbit trail real quick.
Okay.
So, Mr. Neeson.
Yes.
Is it Neeson or Neeson?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Okay. All right. We'll go with that. Hey, let's say someone were to kidnap me, a skit guy, because they're just trying to obliterate Christian comedy out of this world. Do you know what I'm saying? Yes. And they sent you a note.
Yes.
They said, hey, we're holding a ransom on the skit guy.
Yeah.
What you gonna do, Mr. Neeson? What you gonna do? What would be your answer to the kidnappers of comedy?
I'd say to them, I don't know who you are. I don't know what you want. If you're looking for ransom, I can tell you I don't have money. But what I do have is a very particular set of skills. Skills I have acquired over a very long career of cleaning bathrooms. Skills that make me a nightmare for people like you. And if you let my daughter go now...
I'm not your daughter. No.
That'll be the end of it.
Guy.
Huh?
No, I'm not your daughter. So it'd be if you let the bald skate guy go.
Oh, that's...
Or am I...
That's... Yeah. I call Tommy my son and you're my daughter.
Okay, keep going.
That's how I differentiate between the two of you.
Okay, keep going.
So as I said... If you let my daughter go now, that'll be the end of it. I will not look for you. I will not pursue you. But if you don't, I will look for you. I will find you. And I will clean you.
Bye, Mr. Neeson. Whew.
Wow. That guy's tough.
He's intense.
He is tough.
He's intense.
And you're his daughter.
I'm his daughter. Yeah. Well, I've talked to him about that. On our Christmas podcast, we should have a duet with Mr. Neeson and John Rambo.
I don't think that's a
at
good
our staff
idea
Christmas party. I think it'd be awesome. I'm going to get them prepped.
I think we need a conversation between Liam Neeson and Greatest Generation guy.
Oh, Tom Brokaw. That would be cute and all, but he can join in. But I think so. Like a trio, like a barbershop quartet.
I think John Rambo quit. When we get back,
we'll
have to find out.
He's still here.
He quit.
Oh, hey, friendship flashback. Now, this is not back in high school, but do you remember?
No.
In one of our videos,
no.
that freaked people out.
Oh, yeah.
Talk about fear.
Yeah.
Okay. We did a video called
Skiva House.
Skiva House.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. So our producer always wanted to make a Christian, like, what would you call it? Like
a thriller,
suspense, thriller, whatever.
Yeah.
And so we made this deal called Skiva House, and it was just an abandoned house, and we made up this whole story about, the Skiva family and all this.
Yeah, there's a website about the Skiva House, SCEVA.
Right.
We made this fake website about the story about...
and kind of thought people would get it, because in the Bible, there's, the 7 sons of Skiva.
Right.
And you can read about that in the Bible. So I kind of thought, people will get it.
You know what I think too, buddy? And this isn't tooting our own horn or anything like that, but I think back then, when we first started doing videos, nobody really knew who we were.
It's true.
Or to where, that, whatever we call that today.
Yeah.
But I think there was enough mystery about nobody really knew who we were, so this felt real.
You
know? There was Mythbusters. There was different people calling in, wanting to come see this house.
Yeah, like it took on a life of its own.
It took on a life of its own, and the scary story was someone ripped out the telephone cords out of the telephone pole in 1970. And
if you've never seen the video, go to skidguys.com and just type in Skiva House.
Yeah.
And watch it, because it's very funny.
But about 2 years ago, we had to put a disclaimer on it. We never wanted to. We never wanted to put a disclaimer on it. But college students, people would go out and try to find the Skiva House.
Yeah, but I mean, like youth pastors, we'd be in an event and they'd be like, "Hey, I'm taking my youth group on a mission trip, and we're driving through Silo, Oklahoma, which is where we said it was, which it never was in Silo, Oklahoma. We made that up." And they'd be like, "Can you tell me what Skiva House is? We want to check it out." And we're like, "Hey, we're not supposed to talk about it."
Yeah, we would be very vague about it. To keep shrouding the mystery. But people would try to go find the Skiva House, and then we got this mom saying, my kids snuck out.
Yeah.
They went out. They thought they had found the Skiva House.
They almost fell in an abandoned well.
Yeah. So can you please put a disclaimer on this video?
Fortunately, Lassie was there and saved them.
That was good. Flipper, I think Flipper was in the well.
Flipper was in the
bounced
well.
Him up with the dolphin nose. Knocked it.
Lassie caught him and took him home.
We asked social media, we asked audience on social media, tell us, what were some of the worst Halloween costumes that you all experienced?
Yeah, because when you talk about fear and stuff, you got Halloween, or your church may have a harvest party or something like that.
Yeah, what do they call it? Like a Halloweeny roast.
Holy Ghost weenie roast.
Yeah, that kind of stuff.
Yeah. Trunk or treat.
You've got mail.
Monty Hall.
The Monty Hall?
The Monty Hall.
Let's Make a Deal?
I don't know.
Wow.
He says, the best was a friend at a Bible-themed party who was dressed like a large pillow with Morton Salt logos all over it. She was...
Stay Puft Marshmallow Man?
No, Lot's wife.
No. Well, yeah, Lot's wife. That'll work. That'll work.
You've got mail.
Leslie says she used garbage bags and they were supposed to be the California Raisins. That's creative.
That's creative.
Yeah.
That's good.
You've got mail.
Kelly Klassen Nichols says, I'm a teacher. I dressed up as the greatest American hero for Superhero Day, but of course no one had a clue who I was. It was even too far back for most of the parents.
Come on.
Oh, my.
I loved the greatest American hero. What was his name? Do you know?
Oh, boy. No, but wasn't his real name William Catt?
I don't remember.
He had blonde curly hair.
Yeah, he had blonde curly hair. I just remembered the theme song. That was the best song.
Sing a little bit of it, buddy.
Believe it or not, I'm walking on air. I never thought I could feel so free.
Kelly, we remember.
We remember.
You've got mail.
This is Ryan. One year when I was a kid, my parents dressed me and my sister and her friend up as 1st, 2nd, and 3rd John. But they used old appliance boxes to make us look like outhouses. It wasn't until many years later that I finally understood what they do. At first thinking,
it's funny. A biblical phrase and potty humor all at the same time.
Man,
which
Ryan,
sums up Skit Guys.
Way to go.
Very good.
Nailed it.
You've got mail.
Jeremy Smith said, I wore a Tommy Woodard mask last year. By the end of the night, I had a family of ducks following me around. What does that mean, buddy?
Jeremy?
Is he saying your face looks like a duck?
Jeremy, hold on a second. Jeremy, wherever you are, I'm coming for you. I will find you. You don't make fun of my son. Thank you, Liam. Thank you.
That's good.
Wow.
That's good.
Wow. Jeremy, sorry, buddy. Jeremy, I show you forgiveness, but I think Liam's after you.
Mr. Neeson is not going to do that. He's not going to do that at all. So, audience out there, so when it comes to this week, when it comes to whatever you're doing, whenever you're listening to this, what are those things that you fear? What are some of those things that just kind of paralyze you? And I'll say it again, do the things that you fear, and the death of fear is certain, and not meaning jumping off.
Unless the thing you fear leads to death.
It's the practical things. It's the practical things.
Disclaimer.
It's like public speaking.
It's
like
I'm
losing 15 pounds.
I'm clarifying it. What if their fear is swallowing swords? Okay, well, I'll just swallow a sword. I'm dead. I guess their fear is dead with them.
There's cognitive, practical things to overcome.
Okay, so
ladies and gentlemen of the jury, please listen as Mr. Woodard gives his final testimony as he rolls up his sleeves. Judge, please listen. Please listen as the 800-pound gorilla. All right.
Do the things you fear. The death of fear is obvious.
Or you can take this one home with you, which is really speaking to my heart. Two types of pain, discipline or regret.
That's really good.
So
I like that one.
Don't be in such fear that you regret life and you regret things that you didn't do.
And remember, the Bible is there for you on your fears. Some of the best things you can do when you have fears is to memorize a scripture passage or write it down on a piece of paper and put it in your back pocket and pull that sucker out when you're afraid.
Here's one for you. Psalm 56:3. When I fear, I will trust in you. Simple.
Ooh,
when
that's
I
a good
fear,
one.
I will trust in you. When I'm afraid, I will trust in you.
Yeah. Let's see. 1 John 4:18. There is no fear in love, but perfect love drives out fear, because fear has to do with punishment. The one who fears is not made perfect in love.
This is one I taught my kids to memorize, 2 Timothy 1:7. The Spirit of the Lord is not of fear, but of power and of love and of sound mind. Other translations on sound mind is no confusion. And I think that's really important. So there is no confusion when it comes to the Spirit of the Lord. It's of power, love, sound mind.
Yep. One more. Love it. Words of Jesus. He said this, peace I leave with you. And then he goes on in John 14:27 to say this, do not be worried and upset. Do not be afraid.
Audience, thanks for doing life with us. Email us at skidguys.com. We want to hear about what's going on in your life. We want to be a part of your life. Thank you for whenever we send out questions that you guys answered. It makes the podcast so much fun. So thank you.
Yeah, we appreciate you doing that. We also want to encourage you to go to skidguys.com/elist and sign up for our newsletter. All right. We promise we will not harass you. And once a week, we'll send you out our favorite videos from our web store.
Hey, and take some time on the iTunes. On the iTunes. I sound like
on the iTunes.
It
was on the iTunes the other day.
On the iTunes.
Drive
podcast.
over to the iTunes.
But leave a little review for us. That helps us with subscriptions and viewership, listenership. I don't know what I'm saying.
Me and the family are going sailing over at the iTunes later.
The iTunes.
If you'd like to join us.
For marshmallow creams and a little bit of roast. All right. I don't even know what I'm saying.
Marshmallow creams and roast.
I don't even know what I'm saying.
And by the way, keep in mind, do the thing you fear, as long as it's not deadly.
And the death of fear is certain.
There you go.
I'm Eddie.
I'm Tommy.
We're the Skid Guys.
Bye.
Love you, buddy.
Love you.
The Skid Guys podcast is brought to you by skidguys.com, where you can always watch their videos for free and peruse all things Skid Guys. Tune in next week for another thrilling episode of the Skid Guys podcast. Until then, live long and lie prostrate.